of parliamentary processes. We have a panel of guests with us to discuss these unanswered questions. Lawyers Nikhil Mehra and Ashwini Dubey and Jitin Jain, who is a cybersecurity expert. Thank you all of you for joining us. Mr. Jain, I'd like to go to you first. What are the larger security implications of sharing Loksabha login with somebody who's not part of your team?
I think, look, every government servant, parliamentarians, politicians, bureaucrats, they do share credentials with their personal staff, but they are only their personal secretary or personal assistant, or at best, a very senior member of the research or intern team. Now, randomly sharing your login credentials, that too of Lok Sabha, when you are a member of standing committees in Parliament, which has got confidential briefings given by secretaries of different departments, I think it is very unlikely. And even if she has done it, then giving logins to random people who are not even a part of team, and that too when the allegations are made that these people belong to certain corporate houses, and this was done in exchange of, for some money in lieu of bribes, I think that raises a very significant question. However, this can be investigated by figuring out the IP address details from where all the account of Mrs. Mohitra's Lok Sabha was accessed. And also, she could be asked to give a list of people whom which she has shared the accounts. So suppose she says that she has given her credentials to 5 people in her team or staff, their CDR details could be asked and their tower locations could be fetched to figure out whether, except those 5 to 6 people whom she is claiming, whether there was any outsider or an unauthorized person or an entity which has used her login credentials to access her account. Now, what activities was done after logging in using that unauthorized access? That is a very separate question and different story altogether. Whether they were just logins, they were used to those unauthorized logins were used to draft some questions or access certain classified briefings, it remains a matter to be investigated.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Jain. I know you have to rush. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Nikhil, let me come to you next. How do you see the Ethics Committee asking for